I've been writing haiku for probably 25 years. I would write most of them when I was on the job at meetings. I find most meetings are fairly unproductive, so I started writing haiku and sharing them with a friend of mine whose name is Dan, and he would get a kick out of them. So I kept those for a while, and then I started sending them out to some magazines, and sure enough, they were worthy of publication. And over the years, I collected probably 100 or so of those. And then I met Tom Phelan, and I knew Tom is an illustrator, and I liked his work. And the idea dawned on me one day of why not ask Tom if he would illustrate some of the haiku. I like Tom's stuff because it's black and white, it's linear, it's graphic, and it's sparse. And haiku is a sparse art form. It has to be right to the pit of things, it has to nail things down, hit the hammer or the nail on the head, and Tom's drawings do that for me.
I'll take a blank piece of paper and I'll put it in front of me, and I'll read the haiku, and I'll just look at that piece of paper until the picture comes into my mind. I can see it on the paper. And for Jerry's work, it was so simple but so beautiful that it wasn't hard to come up with those drawings. I think that the problem that some people have as artists is they try to analyze words instead of just feeling them. And those poems are very emotional, and I'm an emotional person, and that's what I draw. I draw emotions. I don't draw, you know, reality. So coming up with the drawings for those haikus was very easy for me.
Haiku is basically a Japanese art form made most famous by a man named Basho from the 17th century. In Japanese, it started with in Japanese syllables, 5 syllables for the first line, 7 for the second, 5 for the third. And then when we started doing these haiku in America, we kept that format, 5-7-5, which is not easily translatable into Japanese. One of the ways I get ideas for my haiku is I love to travel. I've been to 85 countries and to all 7 continents of the world, and I've been to a lot of places that many Americans don't go to, fairly inaccessible sorts of places. Recently, for example, I climbed Mount Fuji in Japan. During the past year, I've been to Machu Picchu, to the Amazon jungle. I've been to Tehran, to North Korea, and I get many of my ideas from my travels. This year I'll be going to Tibet, Nepal, Bhutan, Colombia, South America, and I'll be going to Saigon to do some climbing. For the core part of my working life, I was the chairman of the English department at Staples High School in Westport, Connecticut, a very, very large public high school. And I taught 1 and sometimes 2 classes in addition to my other responsibilities. And I would teach haiku. Students loved it, juniors and seniors especially. It's a simplified form. It's not terribly elaborate. And a lot of skills go into the writing of haiku. They have to have a concept. They have to have an enriched concept in mind. And they have to find the perfect word. Not a syllable is lost in it.
Haikus are like I guess you can call it like a menagerie of different life points or points of life. And you know, he deals with war, and he deals with slugs crawling across the ground, and flowers, and you know, dew coming off trees, and birds chirping, and it's just all about life. It's not about anything that really doesn't mean anything. It's about something that means a lot to him, and what matters most to Jerry, as I know him, is life itself. So.
Dewdrops in treetops, faraway star winks at me, so near and so far.